Hello everyone, this is Jake, and today we'll be talking about the new Monster Hunter World Beta. This is one of the new monster the one of the new monsters they introduced in Monster Hunter World, and we'll be able to fight against these monster in this beta. And if you haven't played the beta yet, I will highly suggest you to try out the beta if you are interested in trying out the Monster Hunter, because it's a great game. And uh, I think this was the second run I did. Me and my friends on my Discord, we played a couple rounds, and we took him down pretty. I don't say it was pretty hard, but the first try was we only 3 people, so it was kind of challenging. But the second and the third run, it was pretty smooth in most of places. It did kind of got rough in some places, but mostly it was pretty smooth. And my first impression I have to give is this monster is definitely not an easy guy. He's definitely very aggressive, as they advertised beforehand, as well as you'll be bouncing up on a lot of places if you are using certain weapons. So I think Mind's Eye or something like that, or weapons with natural Mind's Eye on it already, like Dual Blaze, this circle move where it dashes around and hit it. Stuff like that will be really good, but other time I was using longsword to get the spirit charge. I was like bouncing up. I was trying to charge up. My charge blade was bouncing up and stuff. So I think using something like a switch axe and dual blade would be a much better choice, honestly, and an easier time with it because he moves around quite a lot. And for I mean, I have another gameplay coming when I play with the charge blade, so you guys will see in that gameplay video. But I have to say, this guy needs some practice to beat down. And multiplayer in generally for beta difficulty anyways, we were able to take it down any monster without much problems, even in the first encounter. But as like we said, this is actually the first monster that we failed to kill it in the first encounter. So excuse me. So after we trying out the first match, we learned our mistakes and we tried to do better and stuff. And honestly, anything with a lot of mobility or distance is pretty good. But as you can see, he hit me once, and my health bar was pretty much down to half, almost like a 40%, and that's insane. That is very insane. This monster is not a joke, and you don't want to be fighting this guy, honestly, and getting stomped on his attacks and stuff. Because I have to say, he doesn't give a lot of time for you to recover. And I can see that really apparently happening in like the single player as well. Actually, I did try to solo this guy earlier today, and I was having pretty much no luck with it. I mean, I haven't played the beta since I didn't really participate in the second beta that much. I only played to hunt like a new monster like once. Then I just kind of left it up there. But so this beta from the second beta to this beta, there was pretty much decent amount of term that I didn't even bother playing this game. More like I couldn't play this game. So I forgot a lot of controls. I'm slowly getting back into it again because like I played it before, and the game's coming out next week. So once I get used to it, I'll be on my way to good to go. But yesterday when I was recording this gameplay, I was trying to remember all the moveset. I know there's like a guides popping up, but you don't have time to read that. Honestly, you just have to remember it in your head. Otherwise, you'll be failing hard because he'll be attacking you left and right, and it's just you can't pay attention to other things. So I mean, it was really fun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not complaining about it. It was pretty hard, but it was pretty fun, and I think he's definitely a challenging monster. I think he's fitting for the title called the Elder Dragon, and it's really awesome to see him with the difficulty like that. And I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with other monsters that we featured in this game. So that excites me more than anything. So I mean, there's a lot more things I want to talk about, but just enjoy the gameplay. We'll talk more through the video. There's still a lot of ways to go. There's still like the fight is still only been through like 1/3 of the way. And I gotta say, this guy is pretty unique as well compared to other monster we fought. I mean, he moves very differently compared to other monsters. It kind of reminds him of Zinogre in some ways, but way more aggressive. He does a charge attack. He does a front foot attack, like his hand, whatever you want to call it, smash attack, kind of like Zinogre, but you know he's way more aggressive. Then he shoots like the spike thing, and he has a lot of hitbox. Honestly, he has a large hitbox for his stomp attack. It's pretty crazy. And I gotta say, utilizing your paralyzed like daggers and stuff, it's really useful honestly. And I never really thought about using it in other monsters, but for this monster, it was really like I could notice the difference when you're using team tactics, like stacking up those paralyzed knives to paralyze in certain moments and stuff. So unlike other beta monsters where it felt like, oh, let's just go and start hitting him, button mash it until it's down. But this guy didn't work like that because he flinched definitely way less than compared to other monsters so far we fought in the beta. So hopefully that's the case for the final game as well, and maybe higher difficulty level monster would definitely flinch less, so you'll be able to not able to spam the fuck out of the monster and the multiplayer and just have easy time grinding out. I mean, the game has to have some kind of challenge to enjoy it in the long run, honestly. So I'm excited to see what the challenge gonna be in the full game is. It's exactly a week left, and I'm pretty excited to see. I'm really excited. I'm saying that a lot, but because I really am. And as you can see, my friends were using a ranged weapon here, and I didn't notice it until I got into the match, and I was like, hey, I'm the only one who's with the dual blades. And one annoying thing I have to say I noticed is there's this like I think it's an explosive round or whatever. They're hitting him with that, and whenever that explodes, it actually knocks me up as well. So that was pretty much a good lesson for me to learn. Like if everyone else is using long range, maybe I will grab something else next time. And I was able to dodge this pretty luckily. If I didn't like those like a Superman dive, I'll definitely die. This invincible frame still exists. That's pretty awesome. That's actually the first time I ever used the invincible frame dodge in this entire like Monster Hunter World beta. And seeing it working out pretty well like it did in the past games, which is pretty awesome. And this guy, also the music theme for this battle is pretty intense and awesome. Definitely not my favorite. It's good, but it's not like my favorite theme ever, but it's definitely different and I really like it. And also I think the parts you could break off is his horn and his tails. Tails, it wasn't that hard to cut it off. I was the only one with the dual blades, like the cutting weapons, to cut the tail. They also used some of the slicing shot on the tail, I think. So they were helping me out cut the tail. But overall, I was trying to do some like a damage to the tails to cut it up. And I also have to say, his spikes thing that really it's quite hard to take it off. I thought it would be pretty easy to just like button mash it, attack him to take off those spikes, but I quickly found it out that it's actually not the case. His spikes are pretty hard to break off, especially at the green sharpness. So hopefully, I don't know what kind of, I know there is no G rank in this game, so I'm assuming the best sharpness we can get is probably white. I think it was featured in Monster Hunter 4. I think that was the highest bar for the sharpness bar was white, like a bit of white. Like there's a huge chunk of blue and a bit of white. So I'm assuming it'll be the same case for this game. So we'll see what's gonna happen. And I actually had no idea where he went. I was just like sharpening weapons and it ran off. Then I was trying to find a way to get in there. Then I just rolled off the hill because I was out of stamina. That was actually kind of cool. And it's actually a good lesson for me to know where he's gonna go when he gets tired. So I think there's a shortcut to go down there, I think, but we'll see. And then we come here, there's this like a flash box and stuff you can utilize, but I didn't time it well, so we weren't able to get it. Then I ran out of stamina here that I was hoping he would not attack us, or not attack me at least, and that I wasted there. But the gameplay is almost coming to the end, and overall I have to say this monster does nothing more than excites me more to the full game's release, and I'll definitely play a bit more of this guy, but at the same time, like I said in the beforehand, I do not want to spoil myself by playing the beta way too much, because nothing really carries over in this, and the game comes out in a week, so I don't want. I mean, I have other stuff to do, so I don't want to burn myself into the just in the beta and get tired of it. I mean, I'm not saying I would get tired of it, but experience would be definitely different if I play too much beta and going in it. And this was actually pretty awesome that we were able to slip bomb him. We were actually able to break up his horn, as you can see in the video. You can actually break up both horn as well, so it's good to remember for the final game. And it goes boom here, I think, or I set up this tiny explosive bomb, barrel bomb, and boom, and his horn breaks up, and which is pretty cool. And like, I have to say, it's so much fun to play with others as well. I mean, I really like soloing Monster Hunter games, but I have to say, like, it just felt so good to play with others on the PlayStation compared to 3DS. I'm not bashing on 3DS or anything, but in a multiplayer was kind of annoying and it had this kind of limit. That's what I felt like. But in this game, it just feels so good to play with others. Honestly, I love it, and all this chats popping up on the right side. Honestly, I didn't pay attention much, but as I got used to it, it would be definitely awesome. And the match is coming to the end, and we just like beat the crap out of him once again. And I kind of put the final finish on him. And that's pretty much it. And hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. Nergigante, which is pretty awesome monster. I'm excited to see his brand new armors and weapons as well when the full game comes out. But anyway, that's for me. This is Jake. I will see you guys next time with more Monster Hunter World gameplay. And look forward to next week for some stream as well. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye bye.